Hello, it's IELTS Win-Win Writing Tutorial, and in this lesson I will explain you how to deal with bar chart in IELTS Writing Task 1. So in this lesson you will see an example of a bar chart question in IELTS Writing. Learn a Band 9 answer structure, write each paragraph of the ideal answer together, and learn some useful vocabulary. So here's an example of writing Task 1 question with a bar chart. You have a bar chart and you have a question card with some basic information about your chart. The first thing you need to do is to read this information attentively. Let's do it together. The bar chart shows the percentages of adults in different age groups in the UK who used the internet for social networking in 2018. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Now let's look at the bar chart. What we can see. The name of our chart is Percentages of UK Adults Using Social Networking in 2018. Down the vertical axis we have the percentages, and along the horizontal axis we have the age groups. Also, the chart is gradually declining with the age. That is our bar chart. And when you have familiarized yourself with the bar chart, it's time to start writing the answer, following the Band 9 answer structure. And here is the Band 9 answer structure for IELTS Writing Task 1. By following this answer structure, you can easily get Band 9 for your answer. So let's study it together. Your first paragraph is an introduction. In this paragraph, you should introduce your chart to the readers in 1 or 2 sentences. Then you should write an overview paragraph. In this paragraph, you should describe some general trends and features of your chart. Next, you should write about specific features of your chart in 2 or 3 separate paragraphs. And don't forget that your goal in IELTS Writing Task 1 is to describe the presented information in a very clear way, not to give your personal opinion. So don't write a conclusion in Task 1. Now you know the answering strategy, so let's start writing our Band 9 answer. And our first paragraph is an introduction. The introduction is 1 or 2 sentences where you simply paraphrase the information from your question. You should mention 2 things in your introduction: what your graph shows and for what period of time. So, instead of writing, the bar chart shows the percentages of adults in different age groups in the UK who used the internet for social networking in 2018. We should write a paraphrased version of this information by using synonyms. And here is how I wrote it. The bar chart illustrates the proportion of adults across different age groups in the UK who used the internet for social networking purposes in 2018. You can notice that I did not change the name of the chart, and you should never change the name of your graph too. Remember, table is a table, bar chart is a bar chart, and line graph is a line graph. So I kept the bar chart. Next we have the verb shows, and verbs can always be paraphrased. In our case, the verb shows was replaced by illustrates. We could also use such synonyms as represents or gives information about. Instead of the phrase percentages of adults, I used the phrase proportion of adults. After that comes the phrase in different age groups, which I simply paraphrased to across different age groups. And I added purposes to the social networking to be more specific and try to paraphrase the line. Then we have the time period, which we didn't change this time to show the date precise. And that's all with our introduction. It is clear and specific, and it says what our graph shows and for what period of time. So when the examiner starts reading our essay, he will quickly get familiar with the bar chart. Now we move on to the second paragraph, and our second paragraph is a general overview. It is a very important paragraph, and you must provide the overview to achieve a band 6 or more for your task 1. In the overview paragraph, you should briefly describe major trends on your chart. Ideally, you should describe from 2 to 4 key features. Never write numbers, percentages, or dates in the overview. Remember, the overview paragraph should contain only general information, so let's look at our bar chart and identify some key features. Firstly, let's look at the graph very carefully And we can see that teenagers were more active on social media compared to older generation. Moreover, the chart shows downward trend with increase in age without any fluctuations. Now let's use the key features that we've gathered to write an overview paragraph. Here is how I wrote it. Overall, it is clear that younger people were far more active on social networking sites than older age groups, and the percentage declined steadily as age increased. You can see that the first word I use is the word overall. Always start the overview paragraph with the word overall. This word serves as a pointer indicating the examiner that you start writing the overview paragraph. Next, I wrote the phrase, younger people were far more active on social networking sites than older age groups. This is just a nice way of saying that the percentages of teenagers using social media were high than older age groups, and I wrote that the percentage declined steadily as age increased. Likewise, this means that the chart never shows any fluctuations and gradually decline in percentage with increase in age. Note how I used the linking word and to contrast the different sentences. It is a very good technique, so keep that in mind. Using the complex forms without any repetition like "were far more active," decline steadily can make your overall smooth and perfect. In our case, there were no any fluctuations. And that's our general overview paragraph. Now we have to provide specific details of our bar chart. Remember that you should group the specific features of your bar chart into separate paragraphs. This way your writing will be coherent and you won't lose points for the marking criteria called coherence and cohesion. You can organize your specific details in many ways. The most important thing is that your organization is logical. Ideally, you should write 2 or 3 separate paragraphs. Let's look at how I group the specific details. We have different age groups, so the simplest way of grouping our data is to describe the chart with grouping the 3 trends in one paragraph and remaining 3 trends in another paragraph. So in paragraph 1, we will describe the details about the bars 16 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and in paragraph 2, we will describe the details about the bars 45 to 54, 55 to 64, 65 plus. When you are given specific features, you have to write numbers and percentages and include as much details as you can. And here's how I organize the paragraph with body paragraph 1 specific details. In detail, the highest figure was recorded among people aged 16 to 24, with about 74% using social networking platforms. This was followed by the 25 to 34 age group at approximately 63%. Similarly, the age group between 35 and 44 experienced a downward trend, reaching at around 52%. You can see that I simply listed all the changes that sequentially happened between age group of 16 and 44 during the given time period. I started with describing the 16 to 24 age group, which had the highest percentage, and following the trend. Starting from one side really makes the chart easy to describe. I describe 3 bars in one paragraph in 3 sentences with all the necessary things to mention: age group, trends, whether it shows upward trend, downward trend, or fluctuations, and most importantly, data. This combination is perfect to get band 9. Pay attention to the word about that I used. Look at the bar chart. We can see that the every age group's rate was somewhere between 2 specific data, like 70% and 80%. But since the rate falls between the lines, we cannot see the exact number. So I picked 74% and used the word about to indicate that this number is not exact. It would be incorrect to write 16 to 24 age group was recorded 74% in 2018, so do not throw away the word about. That's all with our first paragraph with specific features. And now we move on to the second paragraph with the remaining 3 bars data. And here's how I wrote it. A further decrease can be seen in older groups. Around 42% of people aged 45 to 54 used social networking, while the figure dropped to roughly 33% for those aged 55 to 64. The lowest proportion was among individuals aged 65 and above, at only 21%. Since it was all happened in the same year and saying a further decrease, instead of saying downward trend or declining, shows that you know a variety of trends which are useful to address the task 1. This line, a further decrease, can be seen in older groups, says in general that the older age groups had least participation in social networking sites. This makes writing clean, short, and understandable. In the next sentence, I followed same trend of paragraph 1, never leave 3 things to write. What is the bar about? That is age group, trends, and the data. In my first sentence, I describe the overall 3 charts. In my second sentence, I write 2 data with contrast, which will boost my band score. And in my last sentence, I describe the last bar with trend and data in detail. You can see that I use words around and roughly to show that I describe percentages, which cannot be told exactly from the graph. Great! That's all with our second paragraph with specific features. So, we have finished our Band 9 answer. Now you can look at the whole answer with all paragraphs put together. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and see you soon in another IELTS writing tutorial.